In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to study effectively for college exams. Now make sure you stick around for the entire video because I'm going to be detailing my top 5 list of ways to study. It helped me throughout my college career. Hopefully it helped you guys as well. So sit back, let's go. What's going on, guys? It's Darren Jackson here, and if you're in college right now, then this is probably you. Yo, Darren! Yo, look at me. Yeah, man, what's going on? Hey, man, what you got going on right now? Right now, just, studying, usual. Okay, that's what's up, and then what's going on after that? Probably studying, man. I got a lot of that going on. Right, then what? Studying. Okay, and then after that? Make me say it. But don't worry, that was me probably every single day, and it was really annoying. But today in this video, I'm gonna share with you 5 tips and tricks on how to study effectively for upcoming exams, hopefully reducing the situation that you just saw me in. Now, before I share with you these 5 tips that help me study effectively, you need to understand one thing about yourself. What type of learner are you? The sooner you understand that, the easier it'll be to implement these tips, the easier it's gonna be to get your grades up faster. Now, there are 4 different types of learners. The first one is your visual learner. Now, your visual learner is someone that literally needs to see things to be able to see the relationship between ideas and see the info as well. Second type of learner is your auditory learner. Just means you need to hear it. As long as you can hear something, whether it's from your professor, your friends, from YouTube videos, from me, maybe, then you're gonna get the information. The third is reading and writing. That means you get all this information, but as long as you're able to read the information off a textbook and then recite it to yourself in writing, then that's gonna make it easier for you to learn as well. The fourth is kinesthetic. So kinesthetic learning is hands-on, having a lot of action. And for me as an engineer major, it was a lot easier for me to do that because we had our lectures where we had to actually read and write about the subject. And then we had our lab where we had to actually implement projects and experiments that learn a bit more about it. So as soon as you figure out what type of learner you are, you'll be set. Now keep in mind, it may take you some time to learn and understand what type of learner you are. It may seem like it's gonna change from class to class because not every class is exactly the same. But once you figure that out, you'll be able to more so adapt that type of learning style to every class in some way. And it's gonna make it easier for you to study. Now that we got that out the way, let me share with you my top 5 tips on how to effectively study as a college student. The first thing you wanna do is read ahead or study ahead. Read ahead and study ahead. A lot of these college courses are gonna offer you the syllabus typically weeks in advance. And with that syllabus, you may get information like the textbook and what's on it. Now, you can either order the textbook and hopefully get it prior to when class starts and just start reading. Rent the textbook, you can go to the library. If you're lucky enough, you can find a PDF, college hacks. Please just try to find a PDF, you're gonna save a lot of money. And then you'll be able to read in advance, follow the syllabus guidelines, figure out what's the first thing we're gonna learn, and go on ahead and start reading. Now keep in mind, the syllabus is subjected to change, but it's pretty rare that the first thing they change is the very first subject. So go on ahead and just start reading. Even if you only have time to get one subject down, you're gonna be one subject ahead than most of your students in class. So while you guys are all learning about the first thing that's on the syllabus, you're actually gonna be like, oh man, this stuff is easy. And then you're gonna be able to move on and take more time to learn the second subject. So you're always gonna be one step ahead. And if things get a little difficult, you can take the extra time to focus on that one objective or that first objective on your syllabus. Now, the second advice that I have for you, and this is probably one of the most important, well, obviously they're all important, it's only a top 5 list, is to focus on things that you do not know. Focus on the things you don't know, especially when it comes to studying for exams. You're gonna be taught a bunch of things in your class, and a lot of things are gonna be very easy for you, but there's gonna be a few things that are gonna take a lot of time to study. So when it comes to studying, especially if your test, you find out you have an exam tomorrow, and you have to study just for a few hours, you have to study for a decent amount of hours prior to the exam. Focus on what you don't know, because I promise you, especially if you get a lot of sleep, your mind is gonna remember more of what is easy versus what you found to be very difficult. So take all the time you need to focus on the difficult stuff first so you can get that out of the way. Plus, depending on what type of class you're in, the difficult problems are going to be worth more. So you rather get a 75 on a class exam for getting the problems that you don't know correctly or the hard problems correctly versus getting like a 50 for getting a bunch of problems that were easy correct and not getting any hard problems correct. So make sure you focus on what you don't know. Third thing is do your homework. I know that seems super simple and obvious, but if it was, then you probably wouldn't be here looking at me talk about this video, but I appreciate that. You're helping me out, and I'm getting the opportunity to talk to you and give you some advice. So do your homework. Super simple. A lot of the times, the problems you're gonna get on your homework are either gonna be very similar to what's gonna be on an upcoming quiz or an exam, or they're probably gonna be the exact same problems, because some professors are kind of lazy, they got a lot of other stuff going on, and they just wanna get exams out the way, so they're just gonna put whatever they put on the homework on the exams, and you'll get it done. Plus, homeworks obviously help with your grades, so that's pretty important. Number 4 is strength in numbers. What I mean by strength in numbers is group studying. As soon as you start your first day of class, be outgoing, get to know people. We're all in this together, man. And I wish that was something that I knew while I was in college. Because while I was in school, I had this mindset that I have to beat everybody. Like I was alone. And that is selfish and it's stupid, because at the end of the day, you realize that it's a team sport. It's the students versus the degree. And sometimes professors can suck. So sometimes it's the students versus the professors. And I promise you, there's not gonna be anybody in that class that's gonna know every single thing and be super confident about everything that class has to be about. But it's very possible that you're gonna have a lot of students that know specific things or are more comfortable about specific subjects, but maybe not as comfortable on other subjects that you may be comfortable with. So share that information. Group Me is gonna be your best friend. Group chat, meet up at Starbucks, video chat, feed off each other, and that's gonna motivate you guys to get through those hard studying days. All right, so this last one, may be a little controversial, but honestly it was something that I figured out later in life, just kind of by experimentation, which is super not good. But do not rely on all-nighters. They're not gonna help you. I promise you, they're not gonna help you. And if you're relying on all-nighters, that more than likely means you're not implementing the first 4 steps that I just gave you. You're not studying in advance. You're not getting into group studies to help motivate you. You're not doing your homework, and you're not focusing on what you don't know. You're not taking that time out the gate to study. You're cramming everything in the night before, and it won't help you. I promise you. You're gonna be staying up all night. Your brain's gonna get super tired. You're gonna be drinking Monster and NOS and all that stuff just like crazy. And the next morning you're gonna be exhausted because professors like to mess with us. They give us our exams at 7 in the morning when normally our class is at 5 p.m. just so they can get it out the way. You're gonna be exhausted and you're gonna be lucky enough to only remember the easy stuff that they give you. So study everything in advance. Do not rely on all-nighters. Now, if you follow all of those steps, I promise you're gonna see your grades go up. It helped me personally. Now, unfortunately, I didn't implement these steps until probably the last couple of years or so in my class, because, just whatever reason, I was making excuses. But as soon as I got it down, grades went up, I was able to graduate comfortably, and all was good. So take the time now to figure out what type of learner you are before school starts. Get that textbook, get that PDF, get the PDF, start studying, start reading ahead, get in groups, especially if you're in classes with people that you already know from previous classes. Go ahead and get into groups and start talking about the first lecture. Do your homework when they give you your homework, and if you do those 4 steps, then the 5th step is gonna be so easy, and I promise you're gonna be able to go to bed by 11, which is super early for college students, and you're gonna wake up super rested, maybe not super excited, but super rested. You're gonna go into that class with more confidence, and you're gonna go off on that exam and maybe at least make a B+, definitely an A. Get out of there and go home and then go back to sleep. So if you like this video and you felt like this video was helpful for you, then leave a comment on the description below, leave a like, and if you haven't been a part of this channel before, which a lot of people may not have had because this is only my 2nd video, then please consider subscribing. I would definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.